Good morning, students. Welcome to EVS class. We are doing chapter Food. In this video, we will discuss about genetically modified organism and high-yielding varieties. Genetically modified organisms are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in a laboratory through genetic engineering. GMOs or genetically modified organisms are created by selecting and inserting a particular gene into recipient to get desired trait. Foreign gene is known as transgene, and transgenesis is the process of introducing a gene from one organism into the genome of another organism. For example, golden rice. Golden rice is a variety of rice produced through genetic engineering to biosynthesize beta carotene, which is a precursor of vitamin A in the edible part of rice. Flavor saver tomatoes, a genetically modified tomato engineered to maintain the texture, juiciness, and color of a freshly picked tomato for a longer period of time. And next is Equi-Advantage salmon. It is a genetically modified organism, and the purpose of modification is to increase the speed at which the fish grows without affecting its ultimate size and other qualities. Genetically modified crops offer a way to quickly improve crop qualities such as yield, pest resistance, or herbicide tolerance, etc. So somehow we can say that genetically modified foods or crops result into high yield. So let's discuss benefits of genetically modified crops. GMO crops have more increased disease resistance, pesticide resistance is more, drought resistance is more, or what we can say, it means genetically modified crops can be cultivated even in extreme weather condition as they have more resistance for extreme weather condition as well. The next benefit is enhanced nutritional quality. Already I have discussed example of golden rice. Plant breeders are working to develop crop varieties with added vitamins and minerals. For example, soybean and canola varieties have been engineered to produce healthier oil. A large fraction of the land has more salt content, so which makes it unfit for the growth or cultivation of some important crops. Now, when we are talking about genetically modified crops, so they have more salt tolerance. So it means they can be grown in such land as well where salt content is more. Till now, we have discussed about benefits of genetically modified organisms. But the main concern or the major concern about genetically modified organism is their effect on environment, or we can say environmental risk or environmental hazards. And the very first environmental hazard which we are going to discuss is that genetically modified organism results into more risk of outcrossing. Now, what is this? Outcrossing refers to the transfer of engineered genes, which we have already discussed, that is transgenes, from genetically modified crops to conventional cultivated plants or to related crop species in the wild. Now, according to WHO, there is a very real risk of outcrossing in nature, and which is not good for human. Why? Because outcrossing affect food safety as well as security. Because of outcrossing, the contaminated species make their way into the food chain. The next environmental risk due to genetically modified organism is unintentionally harm can occur even to non-targeted organisms. For example, pollens from a variety of GM corn resulted into high mortality rate among monarch butterfly caterpillars. To feed the growing population and to make farming more sustainable and profitable, high yielding variety seeds are used. High yielding varieties are produced by manipulating the genes of crop plants in order to give them desired traits such as high yield, pest resistance, etc. High yielding variety seeds play a vital role in the progress of agriculture. Now, advantages of high yielding variety seeds, and the very first is shorter life cycle. Actually, high yielding variety seeds have a shorter life cycle, so farmer can do multiple cropping in the same piece of land. And the next one is high yield. Already I have discussed that high yield variety seeds have more disease resistance, more herbicide tolerance or pesticide tolerance, then drought resistance. So somehow we can conclude that high yielding variety seeds result into high yield. And the next one is growing high yielding variety seed does not require any special skills, like farmers can adopt new seeds easily. So we can say that high yielding variety seeds help in the socio-economic transformation of farmers. Now, disadvantages of high yielding varieties. And the very first is controlled irrigation. High yielding variety crops demand controlled irrigation, means farmers are supposed to be very particular that irrigation must be done at right time and further in right quantity as well. So next is high doses of fertilizers. High yielding variety crops needs higher doses of fertilizers. Next is, as we have already discussed, that high yielding variety seeds have shorter life cycle. So what it means? That less time will be there for the land to recover, as more number of crops will be cultivated in the same piece of land one after the another. So land will not get time to recover naturally. Students, write down answer of this question in your copies, and the question is, what are genetically modified plants give their advantages? Thank you.